Squidward, very good question. Where are you? Whose gym is this? What is this? Does it look like the gym of someone who got a fucking shed done? Yo, Diver, what's going on? Hello. Oh my God, so good to see you. Yes, let's get jacked. I feel like my arms are looking better, speaking of which. Yeah, there, I'll get warmed up by just like doing a bunch of weird activation things. Let me unplug my mouse and keyboard as is tradition, so that my fucking mic doesn't disconnect. Hi, I'm right here, I promise. Just, oh shit, I need to move stuff first. Probably need the mouse and keyboard for that. This is not a perfect system. Mouse, come back, there you go. I need to be able to read the chat from far away. Shut up. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, that should be good. All right, everyone else is gonna have to use commands because I need my mic to work. Night Templar, Squidward, Cash, Mr. K. The big city, yes, we're jet setting from Louisville to Chicago. 42-minute flight. Second day of Easter break, excellent. Organizing trading cards seems like a good move. I'm doing fine. You all are basically catching me on a work break. That's what this is gonna start being because OMG, OMG, OMG. Which map do I wanna use? I like this one. I like this map. OMG, OMG, that to-do list is fucking scary. And I'm doing that thing where I'm like, I know what I'll do instead of the stuff I have to do. I'll do chores and work out. But yes, Yellow Timer, what are you doing? What do you need for your arms? Oh wait, Yellow Timer. Geographically, I believe you were in a state nearby to me. There is a little convention I'm helping put on. Lex, I need the description. Help me remember. No, I'm in Louisville right now. I was in Chicago for C2E2 last week, which is the comics and cosplay entertainment expo. It's 2 C's and 2 E's, which is why it's C2E2. But no, Yellow Timer, help me remember because there's a convention May 31st in Cincinnati that I'm helping put on for Superheroines, etc., which is a badass organization helping with equity and making more space at TTRPG tables and in gaming sectors for women and queer people and minority and disability groups and all sorts of stuff. So yes. Oh yes, yeah, I'm in Louisville, there we go, yes. And I will also be in Cleveland. No, I won't, sorry. Cleveland's kind of far, isn't it? Fuck, Cleveland's like 5 hours. Do not feel like you have to make this trip, but we are always looking for new board members and people who want to get involved virtually. So help me remember, this is us having a meeting in front of everybody. Help me remember to send you a message. Thank you, Kaylin. These are all double-sided. They're just the Gaia mats from I get them on Amazon. No ethical consumption under capitalism, and they're very convenient. I probably do need my glasses. I'm realizing I keep having to walk really close to look at the chat. Let me get my glasses, I'll be right back. It's just what's up. Oh, I forgot I had a mic on. My glasses case sound was probably really loud. I just sort of spaced out as I walked away and went whack. Hooray, I can see. Look at that. Yeah, everybody go find Yellow Timer and hang out and have the best time ever. Also, Lex, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the sub. You're amazing. Do you Zwift? What? I know. Now I look cool. Now we look like we're in the gym. Okay. Cash. Yes. And also pussy. Woo! That was my favorite meme I saw this year. Which is that's a hard get. There's a lot of really good memes like just light a candle, ladies, but it's a Molotov, you know, all that good stuff. I know. Do you even still recognize me? Wait, hold on. Don't be scared. It was me all along. Don't worry. This is just a disguise. Okay. We're gonna work out 40 stream streak, Squid. Oh my gosh. Also, Mr. K, Marlon was supposed to come to the hangout. I just realized my tag is out. You see this tag? This one likes to stay out. Bastard tag. Marlon was gonna come hang out on Saturday, but then forgot because he spent 8 hours making sure that our sourdough starter would actually ferment and rise. 8 hours, because apparently our house is slightly too cold, so the bacterial fermentation is like good. Also, I learned this last couple days that you call a sourdough starter a bitch. You have to feed the bitch, and they're like, give me a piece of, we gotta get a piece of that bitch to make sourdough. And I was like, bitch, that's so funny. So I'm calling ours the queen bitch now. But we have sourdough. We have 2 loaves. But it took him 4 hours. He was like watching the rise and everything, and then was like, oh, I don't know if this is working. And then so added some yeast, because apparently our yeast, like the natural yeasts in the air, are like not happy with our cool house temperature, which makes me feel very validated that if the yeast are not happy, that's like also then I'm cold. If you're cold, they're cold, right? Celebrate a birthday without him. Oh, but we're gonna be there in April. Chaos game night. I hear there's gonna be more Eastery stuff, even though I know Easter's like this weekend or some shit. Yeah. Night Templar, I know, yeah, Clark Kent is here right now. I am Clark Kent. Sourdough Rise of the Bitch. I would watch that movie. Okay, what we're gonna do for workout stuff today, I actually, I got a good workout in while I was at the convention, which I put on my Instagram if you're curious. We're gonna probably do some of that stuff today. I feel very post-convention, I've felt like this for a while. Every day I wake up feeling behind, and I'm trying to be very like, don't worry about shit. It doesn't have to get done. Don't worry about it. Like, just make sure you do your PT. That's important. Take time to move around. My anxiety level's been a little up and down. Grieving is weird. Like that's kind of comes and goes a lot. And but I've been sleeping pretty well. But I did also have a migraine for like 9 days that cleared up while I was in Chicago. It wasn't so bad that I was like, I need to go to the hospital and get whatever that thing is that they inject you with that makes them go away. That would have been a whole hassle, but it was bad enough that I felt kind of stupid all the time, which is like weird having pain that also makes you dumber, which is basically what migraines are, because they actually affect your like neurological function, which is great when someone goes to be like, hey Claire, what are you holding in your hand? And you're like, human word for water bottle or whatever it is. And your brain's just like, no, we don't know that right now. We're just being ouchy and stupid. So very exciting. But that's a little bit of weird up and down part of this month, but I did just kind of tough it out and it went away eventually. So that's good. Yeah, take time to work out, that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna warm up a little bit extra, and I do have shoes on. Sorry, barefoot shoes. Sorry, what? Barefoot shoes. Sorry, barefoot workout devotees. My metatarsals hurt and they need a little extra support because I was standing on convention floor for, 8 to 12 hours for several days. So, yellow timer. Yeah, bring them inside. Bring your sourdough bitch inside. But let's see, today is squat emphasis. What I'm gonna do, because I'm only streaming 1 day per week for workouts, just because I have too much to do, guys. I would love to do both, but there's too much shit right now. We have to make sure that we set attainable goals, and I can do 1 per week. So I'll do day 1 this week, and then next week I'll do day 2 on air, so you can see what's going on. But you don't have to watch both every week. That's whatever. And I knew this was gonna happen in my archive of my YouTube stuff. I'll record all my workouts and I'll get to see all my progress, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but I knew I was gonna have a month where I was like, I just can't, because that's how my brain works and how life be. So here we are. We'll call this week 3. I think it's week 3. Maybe it's week 2. Second guess. No, because last week was week 2. It's week 3. And I'm gonna do this for 6-7 weeks, because then we go to the Fallout fan celebration. And I'm actually really digging this because I can bench press again, which is very exciting. It's a floor press, neutral grip, okay? It's not super sexy, but we're up to 15 pounds already, which is amazing, because I haven't gotten to bench press regularly in a full year, almost a year and a half, so. Mr. K, I believe he was probably Slay the Spire 2 or Bellatra was happening in the 8 hours. It's Weeze, hello. I saw one of those, those bug warning. Bug warning. I mean, it's not here, so I'm just talking about it, but one of those house centipedes that's 80% legs, and they kind of glide around. They're beautiful when they don't shock and startle me, because they are just like a little alien life form, and there's one in here somewhere. I know there is, because I almost stepped on it, which I don't want to do. Yellow Timer, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to see you. We'll talk arms and convention and stuff, and also everything, because I love you and you're great. I hope things are going well. Stop 3 today. Of the house centipedes, they are friendly, just so you and I both know. I'm reminding myself for when that one shows up and I go, wee, and have to run away from it. Yes, he was like, what was he saying last night? King flush, or no, it was flush house, flush house, flush house. And then I looked over and his deck was all diamonds. He was having a good time. He was like a couple beers in, just like chanting at Pilatro. It was very cute. That's the rowdiness that we get around here. That's what's up. But I remembered that it was Flush House because it made me think of Mr. House. And I was like, don't flush Mr. House. Also, I'm just doing like random warm-up stuff. I've got stuff listed there, which is a good thing to follow, and I will do some of. Maybe I'll do all of it, whatever. I might do some extra stuff. Whatever. Can't tell me what to do. Program I wrote for myself. Back off, bitch. You don't think I'll be contrarian? I definitely will. Oh, some cat cow and some hip flexor stretch. Oh, that's weird. I put hip flexor stretch before cat. I usually do cat cow first. Sometimes my brain shuts off and switches things around. It doesn't really matter. Cash, how have you been? Your smoothie looked really good, by the way. Best home vibes to cultivate. Exactly. Cat used to catch the centipedes. I mean, that's at least like, oh, spiders, okay. Iswees, what's going on in your, why do you have so many spiders? Do they just like, are there tasty, delicious things in your garage? Yeah. This is my United States of whatever. Oh, wow, yeah, that is a throwback. Damn. Is it though? I mean, it definitely is fucking whatever. This shit out here. Pain in the fucking ass. Did the SAVE Act pass? I feel like I got a text from the like Indivisible people about it, and I was like, The Handmaid's Tale is real. And I didn't change my name though. Although I did get really sad. I've been communicating a lot. I've been reading a lot of memes. Most of them like radical feminist memes because they're fun and I like them. And some of them are Fallout related or about being ADHD or being 30, 40, whatever. I don't know how old I am. It doesn't matter. So I didn't change my name when I got married. So I still have my maiden name. As if I was ever a maiden. Hilarious. Hilarious thought. Who would use that word for me? Not a soul, which I agree with and prefer. But I kept that name. So I'll have a slightly easier chance potentially of like not only also because I'm like a white lady, so it's hard enough, but I have a lot of advantages and it still fucking sucks. Also, I wouldn't take advantage of my advantages and run away with them. I want to use them to get more power and privilege for other people that need it. So hopefully that helps. World, make it easier for all of us. We're all gonna fucking die. Why can't we just have a good time in between? Why do we have to do all this shit? It stresses me out so much. Anyway, SAVE Act bullshit. So I saw a meme and it was like, because someone was like, yeah, well, I still have my like birth name, whatever. And someone was like, yeah, but that would, if your mom married your dad, if you have normal heterosexual whatever parents, then your mom took your dad's name. So even if it's your birth name, and then the same thing with like your grandparents. So it's like no woman alive. Not you know what I mean. That being facetious, but like very few women have a woman's name as like we all have our dad's names through the generations of the patriarchy, and that made me kind of bummed out. I was like, oh shit, we've lost them. It's all just been the men's names, and I got really angry about it. And I was like, maybe I'll just change my name to something. But I really love my dad, so I'm conflicted. Also, it's just a fucking name. It doesn't matter, but I'm stressed out. Toe beans and cocktails. Yes, we are working out. We are doing it. I'm going to do my PT and also be like really angry at everything politically that's happening. Oh, yo, diver, yay, I love that you, yes, treat the kitty. That's, again, at least we have natural order happening, which I like. Anyway, I don't mean to like talk so much shit about stuff that's unpleasant. That's also triggering. Although technically I do have this channel's marked with like, bitch may go off about shit. I might fucking rant about politics. All words are just made up mouth noises, 100%. I agree. I move stuff around. Band. I found it. I found the band. Look at it. I'm even doing my actual warm up. So weird. Life is triggering. It's very true. And sometimes it's in a good way. Sometimes it's like, oh great, we get to talk about cats. That's like good trigger. They're not all bad. Talkative is a tag. It's true. Be warned. Thank you, Cash. I really like memes. Yeah, Mr. K, I don't know. Maybe it hasn't yet. Maybe my Honestly, the spammiest texts I get are from people being like, have you donated to Andy Bashir yet? Sign the thing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I was like, please. I was like, I want to be informed, not pinged every day. This feels like advertising, but it's also fine. Yes, I'm good as well. And like, we're here together and we fight together and we do good work as us, and joy and self-care are forms of resistance. Viva la resistance. Training. I used to make that joke a lot and everyone would be like, great, I love this personal trainer. She's so funny. Definitely gonna come back every day to hear all the resistance jokes. I also used to do, when I would have people do like banded side steps, I'd be like, it's time for the battle of the bands. Did you all know that I was such a pun meister? You did not. But now you do. Let's see if, I don't remember if there's any more. I liked the Viva la Resistance training jokes. I would make that a lot. I don't know, I can't remember anything. Stuff's complicated right now in my little brain. Ka-chow. We'll have to see if I can count today too. Was that 7? The gods only know. All right. Yeah. It hasn't passed yet. Fucking don't lie to me then, you bitch ass indivisible. I actually don't know who those spam texts are from, and they're from a good place, so I just want to talk shit. Prone to rant triggers would be a good tag for me. QueenB3atrix. It sounds like I'm gonna punt a bitch in the face, which I also really like. I hope it doesn't pass. Damn, then my like aggressive blue sky post. I have 2 followers on blue sky, so I'm allowed to be inaccurate occasionally. I think honestly, it's a fucking gold mine of random bee thoughts. If you're wondering where I'm sending it out into the earth, if it's not in the Discord, it's on blue sky with my 2 followers. I shouldn't even mention it because it's like having a journal that someone could find, but nobody does, and I really like it. Come in. Oh. I think it's IG. Oh, Blue Sky's not even linked. You'd have to just find me normally. You'll never guess what my name is. It's a picture of me in my Gandalf costume too, which I really enjoy. I'm just kind of using it. It's like all these people here, I look at all these memes and people have these like really funny little quippy single sentence jokes, and I'm like, how do I workshop that? I guess I do on Blue Sky where no one's watching, but it's still kind of public. I was trying to get better at making memes the other day too, because I was like, damn, all these good memes. What if I could make good memes? I cannot yet. And then I was like, how do I get better at memes? And the internet was like, you have to make so many of them that it gets easy. And I was like, well, cool. I guess I'll just make 100 memes. And then the internet was also like, use the same template and do like 20 different tags on them, like, you know, copy. And I was like, all right. So this is, this is how we get better, I guess. I stopped counting it. I don't care anymore. That's enough. No, I don't feel like it. Yeah, I should. You're right. I didn't realize that none of them worked. You update the socials. Look at my fucking to-do list. Just go find me. It's QueenB3atrix on everything. It's easy. Thank you for your good, diligent work, mod. I don't know. Maybe they'll have to use the links on Twitch. Mr. K, how's everything going with you guys, by the way? Well, you're here. Catch me up on life. On life. While I do my drop downs. We'll do ISO hold overhead reach drop downs. Might just say drop downs, but we'll do the spicy ones if I can. Oh! You see those ankles? Be like, no. Oh. Dip out onto that pinky and my ankle goes, eh. It's very funny. Ooh. Second one's always better. Second round's the money round of basically everything because your nervous system is like, I see. I remember now. Even if it's been a while. Oh, the third time's the charm on that one. That felt way smoother. Lost a tooth yesterday. That's very exciting. That's cute. Oh, okay, hold on. I have to plug the mouse keyboard back in really quick. For those of you that aren't familiar with this situation, the mouse and keyboard being plugged in also likes to turn off my microphone. I don't know why. I don't know. So we just, again, one problem at a time. One to-do list item at a time. Now that we have so much space in here though, so I'll be getting more mats. So this side will be mats. I'm gonna finish the painting this week because I reached out to a company about getting the vinyl put up, and I'm gonna do a black stripe on this wall. I think that's gonna look great. It's gonna look groovy. So thank you for evolving with me. As we do all the time. Someone sent me like a really lovely TikTok recently that was like, if you ever think you're alone, just remember that however old you are, there's a version of you from every year of your life whose only connection to you is that they are you and they know you, but they are completely different and they are all the facets of who you have been and speak to what you will grow and become every year, which I thought was really nice. Think about the conversations that you now would have with your like 16-year-old self. Be wild. How much would you have in common? Right? How much have you changed? It's pretty crazy. All right, TRX suspension rows as workout, not just for warm up anymore. I'm probably gonna take it a little light because of all the travel, but we'll see. I say the famous last words. And we're doing lots of neutral grip right now for my shoulder. It's feeling a lot better. It always hurts at like really sad times. Like random stupid shit. Like I went to put my arm around my friend, but this movement pattern is like the worst. So I was like, come here. And I went, ow. As I was trying to just do this. It was, oh cool. Is that concept of that is like all your past selves together. I love it. You know, it's just fabulous. Who is worse than Twitter? Whatever. How is it how? Come for me, motherfuckers. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Sorry that I have to, oh wait, I can do these over here now. Oh shit, I'll be behind the thing. I'm gonna do them back here. You're not gonna be able to see exactly what I'm doing, and I'm sorry, but I will keep that in mind for future streams. I might move the, oh here, well, let me just move it around. What am I doing? Everything's made up. Everything's made up. I think it's all bad cash, unfortunately. I think that's where I'm like, they would have enough to come for me. Damn it, why didn't I not move everything? Whatever, no! Hold on. I don't love the like how things want a smart lock. Big air quotes on smart on OBS. Very, very annoying. Meow, meow, meow. I'll just move this all down so you'll be able to see me. It seems like a good move. Ba-doop. And then chat box can be over here probably. That seems good. Okay, we'll see how that works. Closing yourself from key points of your life. Cool. That's cool. All right, Airdyne. I love you, Airdyne, but you're a solid metal and it's very annoying. Back to the Future, I don't know. Is that Back to the Future? Was there cloning in Back to the Future? All right, I'm gonna do 10 per side of these guys. This is our closed fist, neutral grip, tricep wall presses. You saw me doing some of these with Jackie. One of the first things I do is just as I press away, as I'm starting to engage, I'm like pushing back. So like, I'm not just slacked in here pushing through the front of the arm. We're really creating space between the chest and the wall. These are really, really shoulder friendly for a lot of people. If you have wrist and hand issues, they can either be good or bad, depending on what you got going on, but I've liked them. I was kind of sore, like my elbows were a little sore from them one day, just because there's a lot of force transference from the fist up, but it was all right. I just know I had one day where I went to do them 2 days later and was like, ooh, they were like a little bit ouchy, but very, very minorly, and I was just careful. And they're surprisingly fucking hard. Very, very surprisingly so. Which is why I'm doing them on both sides, because I might as well. My right shoulder doesn't have the same issues, but I have a little bit of a funny elbow on the side, like it just popped very, very gently. Squitter, yeah, we be fisting in the gym sometimes. So that's a thing. With whatever interpretation you'd like, that's for you. Yeah, and I think right side's just a lot weaker, closer down towards the actual elbow. And this shoulder's been, ooh, I gotta back off on that side a little actually, that's interesting. Sorry, this side's also had to deal with a lot while the left one's been injured. So it gets to be a little ouchy sometimes, we'll be okay. Just ease it off. And I'm really only doing things twice a week, which worked out really well with travel. I still did it twice last week. All right. Oh yes, my little side lying extensions would be so fun with my little towel. These I just do on the left side. Yes. Good Lord. Oh, you guys are silly. 3 pounds for my side laying external rotations. Good job, us. Just hitting this side on these. But they don't hurt, so that's good. And then I get to do my little flat on the floor. I tried with 3 pounds the other week, so I probably will start with my first set and see how that feels. Graduating away from the soup cans, who I have left in here just because I feel like they're part of the family now. And I'm just taking these sort of gently to failure. So that ends up looking like 10 or 12, depending on the day. Feeling pretty good today. But still like insane how difficult these feel. I've watched many a person be like, oh yeah, no, I'll take like a 15 pound on those. And I was like, no, you won't stop it. Make the little tiny muscles do the work and they're like, hey. Okay, very good. I should have just grabbed the other weight. I don't actively have a migraine anymore, but I'm not gonna say that my brain is just like working. That is also a lie, very much so. Okay, let's see if 3 pounds is good for 10 with a little hold at the top. Take my glasses off. Okay. All right, and these are our armpit forward. Ooh, they're borderline. And I'm not worried about lifting up super high, as you can tell. I'm just trying to grab from the right spot and really lift from the back body, shoulder. I can't hold those up for very long just yet. Might be soup can, second round. We'll find out. All right, I'm gonna check something really quick. I don't know if I actually have a 5th part of this circuit. I might have the bear planks. I'll just pull it up on my phone. We've got multiple platforms, you know. Fucking classic Venture Brothers. Oh yeah, I have 7. I just do a whole fucking circuit today, so lucky you guys. I'll scroll that down in a little bit, but chest press, bear plank, and something quad heavy of my choice, which I'll probably keep a little light just because of all the impact on my knees, but we can hit chest press no problem. We're close to 20 pounds, which is really nice. Oh, sorry, I know I'm a little far back, but hopefully that's okay. And I'm keeping these super close in. You know, typically when we see bench press, you're gonna see a little bit different hand and upper body position, but this is still chest press, all right? Just different grip, different width away from center. I slept on my left side a little bit weird, so I can tell it's like, I've got maybe like a 1.5 out of 10. pain level. It's like not even really, calling it pain isn't quite right. It's just like something is a little funny. But because we're doing PT and we've been cleared for these things and it's not restricting my ability to move and control, we're gonna keep it up. And obviously because I'm talking, you can tell this isn't like the heaviest weight that I'm capable of doing, but we have different limitations than just strength at this point, although that is one of them. We're all strong in different ways. And honestly, having to go this slow does make them pretty fucking hard at the end. All right, that's good. I'm gonna do, so the bear plank knee ups, or lifts that I'm doing at this point, the rear foot elevated ones, I am doing like reps of. So these are gonna look, they're probably gonna look kind of funny. Maybe from this angle, it won't be so bad. Probably looks quite inappropriate from the side, as a lot of things do. I have known and continue to learn in the gym, but I'm focusing on the only thing that I'm fussy about is that I like to either have my hands completely on the mat or completely on the floor. I don't like a little bit of both. Because I'm picky! High maintenance ass. Shit out here. Yeah. But I'm trying to keep things pretty close to the bench. And I've been doing about 5, so we'll see. We go up, basically into a handstand, sort of. And all the way relaxed. Holding my breath for a second while I'm at the top is fine, but if I'm holding my breath throughout, we've gone too far. Oops, this bench is a little light. This will be the hardest thing I do all day, guaranteed. Oh, yeah. 5 is plenty. Okay, quad heavy. I'll do, I'm gonna do some split squat pulses because those were feeling good last week. And then I was doing single leg wall sits and split squat pulses. I'll probably just do that. That's what we got. And some water. And I'm keeping an eye on the time. I've got a client in an hour and 10 minutes, so I will pay attention. Ooh, I keep forgetting to get a little like stop clock out here. Sorry that you can't see me completely, but I'm doing a single leg wall sit, I promise. See, there's one foot out here. Where's the other one? Maybe they're both off the ground. What if that was my other foot? That'd be silly. Not quite that fast. Ah, there we go. Weirdly, really hard. Just invented a new thing. Alternating single leg wall sets. And then I fucked around, so I have to do this for 15 more seconds. That's the rule. I don't make the rules, Cash. Oh yeah. Hip flexor is what's sitting on the plane, different bed, ooh, different amount of movement. Okay. So this isn't, neither of these is like a massive, heavy compound quad movement, but that doesn't seem like it would feel very good today. So I'm doing a couple lighter weight things. I'll probably do another kettlebell workout this week too. That's why I only have 2 days on of the PT, because that course I did has, not only are there there's a 2-hour lecture every week that I miss some of, but also an hour workout and like an hour that's like challenge day, which I could at least watch even if I didn't feel like doing 100 of something or whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna do, let's find out how many I do per side before it's like awful, and then I'll switch and I'll just do that. So stuff like this, not quite as bad as an iso hold, but 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 25, 5. Oh, yeah. Ah! Ow. If I was really not being a weenie, I'd do like split squat iso holds. I don't feel like it. That's plenty hard. Okay, 40. Second side's always harder because the back leg works too. Neither one's getting a break. Halfway. We're not gonna die. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Ah! I know it doesn't look that bad, but it really, really fucking burns. Really burns, but then it goes away and then everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna put these this way. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my system still. Marlon, the burn. Marlon, hello, how's it going? Look how nice everything looks with all the space. I keep forgetting to get, will you help me remember to get more stall mats? I forgot. I don't have a car right now anyway, but when we have time this week, also because I think it's supposed to be nice and they're always really stinky. That's the only downside of these. As soon as they like air out, they're completely fine, like very, very low odor. But when you first get them fresh, oh, it's like being in a tire factory. And I don't really like being in, like it's so much tired, stinky rubber smell that it's like, feels like you can't breathe. Not my favorite. So we don't want to do that. Okay, round 2. That foam rubber stank. Exactly. Okay, we can take these in a little bit more intense now because we're warm. Actually, I forgot, I was kind of letting myself relax a little intentionally at the bottom. Usually I want people to stay really into a plank, but as we know from my appointment with Jackie, I'm a little bit bad about staying kind of rigid. So I'm letting myself do that a little bit on purpose, go a little slack in the upper back, just so I'm getting a little different range for me. Oh, there's probably some, okay. They could get rained on too, they'd be fine. I think that happened with the last batch. I left them outside to air out and they got rained on and then they dried off and then they were perfect. So probably good. Okay, triceps. And this is like, I mean, again, this is very PT focused. Sorry you can't see me perfectly, but everyone will survive. Very PT focused, but this is like a great arm pump. This is a good day. Okay, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Never mind. So it's just really nice today. We just have one car in the shop right now, so that's why we've got a little extra. Okay, back off a little for the right side. Interestingly enough, because the right side's like, my elbow hurts. So we go gentle. Stronger for other things, but here is a little bit fussy. And that's okay. Also, I do have an air conditioning unit that I will bring out here, but I'll probably just use it to like cool the shit down out of the room, get the temperature low because it's loud. So I'll still be getting really sweaty when I'm working out. I mean, it is just what it does out here. I don't know why I was like, it's nice now, so it will probably be nice forever, right? No. I don't think that's how it works. All right, good shit. We'll get our little sideline rotation. I'll move this here for right now, and then I will move it when I do my rows. That seems best, because then it can kind of just like stay here. And then you can see what I'm doing. And it would be great. Yeah, it is just like, well, I mean, Chicago, yeah, windy city for sure. And then we had just a crazy, it was like super nice. And then it was a full thunderstorm, like lightning cracks every like couple seconds, torrential downpour. It was wild. I think I'm doing about 12 per side. I think that's what I got last round, so. And again, nothing like super compound and heavy. The TRX rows are pretty solid. Bear planks feel by far like the hardest thing. They're extremely total body. There's even more progressions of them, but I'd love to be able to do a handstand. I've never done a handstand. Handstand, pull up, all that good stuff. Okay, I think this is 10. I fucking absolutely lost count. Yeah, I'm pretty close. I would bet next week I'll take these up to 5. Because they got a good little burn, but they feel pretty good. Feel pretty good burn. Not like I'm losing form and just can't do it towards the end. These guys I'll be at 3 pounds for a while. I think I'll be okay with round 2. Yeah, glasses. Show the world your armpits. They need to see them. I hope you enjoy your deep breathing with B time. Although breathing is good, I tell my clients all the time it's my favorite thing they do. Breathing is my favorite. We could use more of it. Yeah, gotta drop down for the last set, but pretty good. I'm making progress up from the Campbell's cans. I know, scared me too. Breathing, big fan. Everyone says to don't plant in the ground until after Derby. I know, but that seems crazy. But there probably is another snow day this month. Like, it's not on the forecast yet, but it's coming. I really do also like this. This circuit's pretty fast, as you may have noticed. I mean, I know we're 45 minutes in, but at least I feel like 25 minutes of that was me just dicking around. If I'm in and out of here in under 2 hours, regardless of what I'm doing, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because it's not like the left side hurts. It's almost like it just doesn't know what to do. Like the muscles are a little confused. And if I'm being reasonable and good, what I will continue to do is 3 sets of 10 reps at 15. I'll do that on Thursday or Friday before or after my kettlebell stuff. And then next week I'll stay at this same weight, but take it to 3 sets of 12 before we go up. And I think Planet Fitness has 17.5s. So if I'm there doing my PT, I'll do 17.5s, but I'll do 10 reps. So we're kind of playing with that very gently so that we can build up slowly, get good progressive overload very consistently. I find stuff like that a really easy way to watch it go up. That's partly why having a program is really good. You know, again, I'll get some variation and some like brain and tingle workouts from the kettlebell stuff for variation. But having a really structured, like, okay, 2 days a week I'm gonna do this, and here are my kind of variables I adjust based on how I'm feeling. That's good shit. Also, AJ, hello. Mine is, describing it like a drunk snake is one of the funniest ways I've heard it described. I joke that my left arm, my non-dominant side, is attached to a different brain. But drunk snake, especially because this one's been injured, so just like neurokinetically, it's just way worse. Even worse at things than it used to be. So I make it, oh shit. I make it, it's like I just got this arm for the first time. That's what it feels like as I try to figure out the ways to move it that don't hurt. Very exciting. This one's new, just got her installed. Still working out the bugs. Drunk snake protocol is in. Squidward, don't say that was your nickname in high school. I don't want to hear it. AJ, tell me how your day is going while I distract myself from these really hard bear plank things. I'm cheating. My hands are a little farther away than they were last time. Yeah, totally cheating. Yikes. One more. Yeah. I'm dead. In the commune. Sounds like a fun commune. Lefties unite. Okay. Single leg wall sits. Oops. Oh my God, I left the keyboard plugged in and everything's been fine. Do I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. Just gonna see if something changed. And then be furious in 15 minutes when my mic goes out. Ooh, what kind of tea? That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice. So I'm gonna go hide behind my programming while I do single leg wall sits. Might be able to do 45 seconds per side now. And I'm thinking if I have time, I'll finish on the bike. So we'll get some more quad in. Again, just not compound. You'll get to watch me do some sprints on the bike. If you think I'm breathing hard now, yikes. But I might just do like 5 rounds. I don't want to do a ton. Oh, work, baby, work. Anytime you feel like you can't do it, you're killing it, queen. Yes, you are. Listen to the wall. The wall is wise. Drunk snake actually might be like a bad nickname. That might be like, associated with the very common, very normal issue that some people run into when they are drinking too much. You can also Squidward. Bad Squidward. Earl Grey. I love some bergamot in my life. Good. Do you just have it plain, or do you do some sugar or some cream or something? I love Earl Grey. I'm very caffeine sensitive, as I've mentioned 10,000 times, but I'll do decaf Earl Grey. And I love the smell. My quads do feel a little beefier from the last couple weeks. Big Burger. Where's Marlon? Sorry, we have a Big Burger joke from Las Vegas. A lot of our dumb inside jokes from Las Vegas. Go on a trip with me and we'll get a bunch of our own. Squidward, come hang out. Big Burger. 3, 2, 1. And as I felt last week when I did this same duo to myself, I was like, Claire, this isn't mean. I was like, if you gave this to a client, they'd be like, this sucks. And then I was like, yeah, we should do that again. A little sugar is nice, kind of smooths out the tannins and things. I think that's great. Okay, I just finished right leg, so we're gonna do left 40 pulses, little break. Other side. Gotta lock in and count. That's 30. And 40, not so bad that round. Lex. I think that's what it is. Oh, you know what, Mr. K? They're not open. That's why. That's why they weren't working. Sorry, nobody's alerts and things are gonna work. Damn, driving sim from my Pathfinder. Funny to me every time I think about it. All right, that's enough of a break. I forgot because I was gone. I always forget at least one thing, right? At least it wasn't my microphone. Yeah, my commands thing isn't on my PC. It was off while I was gone. Still doing pretty good, you know? We're here, we're working out, we're together. We don't need commands, we're fine. That's 20. 10 more. Ah! It's just 100% Peter Griffin, like, ah, ah, ah. Squidward, I have no thoughts on how long your car will last, but everyone else seems to think that your Jeep's gonna be dead in 6 months, so condolences in advance. Oh boy. All right, let's drink some water, do one more round. Drink some water, one more round. Then 5 to 10 minutes on the bike. I just realized I think I haven't gotten like super fucking wrecked sweaty in here yet. I get really, really red-faced and sweaty when I train at all. That's why I'm like, I'm not fucking putting any makeup on in here. Every now and then I'll do like a little brow pencil. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I need a little bit of under eye concealer, whatever. No, usually I don't care because there's no fucking point, because as soon as I get cooking, I get the kind of red in the face where people are like, are you physically unsafe? And yeah, I'm fine. Apparently it's, well, I don't know if this is just something Swedes tell each other. It's like, no, it's a sign of good circulation. I'm like, all right. I think we just look kind of funny when we get really sweaty. We just look really, really red. We're doing good on timing though. All right, last round, last round. Letting that upper back relax a little bit on purpose. Again, I just don't want to see people do this. People slump at the bottom. You got to keep the core engaged a little bit. I mean, you also, it's all made up, but you know what I mean? It depends on what we're trying to accomplish, right? Nice, I love the TRX straps. These are great. Okay. Okay. Sometimes when I'm being really dramatic with the TRX straps, I will just sit down after using them. I think it's very funny. Okay. Punch the wall. Right through it. And I'm just gonna do one plug while everybody's here, but I am always accepting new clients. If you're ever interested in personal training or nutrition coaching, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. I do $200 a month USD for full custom training, lots of check-ins. You get your program to take with you, to do on your own time, but we go through everything together. There's tutorials, videos, instructions. It's all completely set up for you, for where you're at. Everything from, I have clients who are on like 10 minutes of walking paired with like a stretching day with one self-care task to, you know, full powerlifting stuff. A lot of what I do is basically the beginner's guide to things adjacent to physical therapy, you know, a lot of like pain relief stuff. So if you don't think that things can work for your body, or you've tried stuff before that hasn't worked well, please reach out. I'd love to talk to you, even if it's just me getting you to the right place. I have no ego around who works with me. I want you to find the right person for you. But you've watched me be in pain for a while, still figuring out the ways to make it work. I get a lot of help from Jackie and other people who are more experienced than me. There's always somebody farther along on their journey, or with more education, or with a different perspective. So we listen very carefully out here. and just try to maintain and build, right? Get a little better every day. And I don't mean that in the weird, like, get up at 4 a.m. and stick your face in a bucket of ice. Unless you want to, that's fine, but I don't want to. Part of getting better every day is also being like nicer and more understanding and adjusting our expectations. So don't forget that part, it's important. Yes, okay. External rotations just for the left side. Plus a little gym nap, very important to take those sometimes. Just have a little lay on the floor. Not gonna hurt anybody. This shit doesn't have to be like rise and grind, pedal to the metal, yeah. And if that's your speed, that's totally fine, but it doesn't have to be that way. There isn't one right way to do it. All of our brains and bodies are very, very different, so taking a little different approach is nice. Squidward, I can't read what you just wrote because I'm laying on my side, but I'm sure it will be delightful when I stand up. And while this is light and feeling pretty good, and watch me I'm slowing down a little on these last few to really tap into the back of the shoulder, upper tricep, keep my neck nice and relaxed, and just kind of take them to an appropriate level of failure where I would have like 1 or 2 reps left, but we're gonna do a couple extra this last round. I don't wanna overdo it. That actually feels good. Because of shoulder joints, it's like, you know, if you have a joint or something associated that's cranky, doing shit tons of reps might not be the answer. Sometimes you need a higher volume at like a low weight, that's fine, but more isn't always better. Usually it isn't, actually. Squidward's also accepting new clients. Excellent. Jesus. Can't wait to read your Google review, Squidward. I'm sure that people will be very happy. All right, return of the soup cans. Return of the candles. Just kidding, it's Progresso, but I was listening to Return of the Mac the other day. I'm trying to make it work. I'm putting my glasses back on to read this, AJ. I'm having a day. I know a lot of people who smoke weed before, during, and after they work out. You know, if that works for you. I've heard it's great for recovery for people that it works well for. Proceed with caution with all substances as always, but you know, that one works great for a lot of people. Okay, I'm kind of excited because these should feel pretty good. Yeah, easy peasy. 3, these are like probably a pound and a half, just under 2. Maybe they're 2. But 3 pounds is like slightly too heavy for a 3rd set, but this one we can like hold and lock in a little bit. Let them get a little shaky. Put a little mustard on it. And I can't tell you, the difference between this and this might not look that significant. Ooh, but it taps in real good. I love that I have to breathe like I'm doing like a full fucking deadlift. It's so funny. Woo! Done with those for today. I love that. Check them off the list. I think that's also why I actually, when I started training online with a coach, I wasn't sure if I would like it. I was like, oh, this is gonna like feel really isolating or whatever. I'm gonna just be here by myself. But I was like, oh no, I just got a list. My coach gives me a to-do list. I love a to-do list. I love being able to check stuff off the boxes. Or check the boxes off the list. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. So actually, that's why I like training online, because I'm like, oh yeah. Check, 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 check. Done, 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 done. Boom. You know, if it's achievable. Any list is too long a list if you're having task paralysis, but. Oh, is that a weed? It is a weed. It is a weed, Squidward. Ka-cha. Okay, last set here. We're gonna keep it to 10, even though I feel like I could do 12, but this is actually all a lot, even though nothing's crazy, but it stacks and I want things to feel good. I want like good blood flow. they're still feeling plenty hard at 10. But we could do more. It's a nice feeling. Doesn't mean you have to. Good job, left arm. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Chest press. Let's go. Like a ninja. Okay. Gotta do my little leg stiff. And then we'll hop on the bike. Ah! I'm gonna leave the casual Fallout music. Fallout adjacent. Royalty free. Phone, come here. AJ, yes. You know, I'm here with you all, 100%, but also my brain is like, what's in that kitchen? All right, we're on 45 seconds aside here. Not too bad. We could go down a little lower probably. Oh, maybe not actually. Left knee says no. Too deep. Too low. No getting low today, little John. AJ, I've heard the pores get like smaller with the ice bath. I like a cold plunge, but I'm not gonna take a fucking cold shower in the morning. Okay, I'm just not gonna do it. I love my old coworkers at Performance. They're great, but a bunch of them are typical like personal trainer dudes. And by that I mean they're very complex individual human beings. But on the other hand, I mean that they're the kind of people that are like, oh yeah, I'm doing a 75 hard, I'm gonna get 200 grams of protein every day, I'm gonna get up at 4, I'm gonna take a cold shower, then I'm gonna take a cold plunge, and then I'm gonna put my face in an ice bath with lemon in it so it stings my eyes, and then I'm gonna read 600 pages of a book about being better and improving a business and blah, 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 and then I'm gonna work out 9 times, and then I'll work for 8 hours. And I'm just like, all right, you guys are exhausting. I'm impressed and also so tired. And that's just not for me. So, love you guys. Love you, Performance peeps. That's a joke coming from a place where I know them very well. That's a joke said with love. They get to make fun of me for 10,000 more things anyway. They all got their shit way more together than me. But I was gonna say funnier, but I actually don't know if that's true. I hope so. I'm nerdier. Got that on lock. Feel really unsteady on this side. You can just see my little foot, so you can't tell, but I'm like shifted. We're so turned. The kids still say turned. Ah, okay, great. A nerdier courier, it's true. I mean, 2 of my favorite role models both survived a shot to the head, so maybe that's what I'm trying to put out into the world. That I would make it. I might die from a cold during the zombie apocalypse, but maybe apocalypse. Might die from a cold during the zombie apocalypse, but maybe the bullet in the head wouldn't get me. You know, after being a professional assassin / apocalypse surviving courier for a while. I don't know. All right, 40%, burn it out. It's kind of already sucked, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be mean to myself on these. You'll see it at the end. It's the last set, so I can be mean. There's 20. Because then that's not this bad this round. There's 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That feels like enough. I would 100% die of dysentery. I would not have made it. And that's fine. The story's better if less people make it, so you're welcome. Really not feeling too bad on these at the end. You know what that means. Next time I do them, I get to add weight. Or do tempo instead of pulses. Which is where instead of being like pulsing, you go down and then up, and then down really, really slow, and then up. Then you hold at the end. It's very mean. But works really well. So what are we gonna do? All right, 40 with 20-second hold. There's 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Ah! That side was so much worse. Ah! Ah! All right, I'm gonna grab a drink and hop on the bike. We're doing groovy, kids. How are you all feeling? Who else joined in? Who else did my PT with me? Let me know if anyone is ever interested in like a live workout for you. You know, I feel like my downfall with that would just be like, I don't know. I don't get up early enough. Also, I'm just gets distracted so easily. I do a little bit better if there's like people in the room that I'm teaching. I remember I have to stay focused, but on stream I'm like, nah, I can do whatever I want. Shut up. I don't have to focus. That's crazy. Blech. Bike, you're so heavy. Blech. Fuck. Ah. Not my safest lift, I will say. This bitch is heavy. My sourdough bitch is so light and nice. Just kidding, that one's Marlin's. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. See, okay, see this red? Ain't nothing. This is warm up. It's true, Mr. K. What are they saying? Like, bad news, AI will soon kill us all. But good news, AI will soon kill us all. Okay, let's do 12:25. Let's do 5 minutes today. 10 seconds on, 50-second recovery. This is a way to get into, like to tap into some cardiorespiratory endurance, but there's like a very fine line. What do we call this? Conditioning. This is like conditioning. All right, so endurance sort of technically needs to be like at least 20 minutes, more like 30. Doesn't mean that it's at like the most high intensity, like it can be like chill, but it's actually more about duration than it is about intensity. So this qualifies as conditioning. Conditioner is better. I think I need to move this seat up one more. One more, just a smidgen. We'll see, I might hop back off and adjust it right away, but it's really close. But I'm going to kick as hard as I can within reason as soon as this pops on. Sorry if it's really loud. And then we're gonna recover, super chill, easy breezy for 50 seconds. Call that 530 on the watts. Dipped up over 600 a little bit. I think this bike's a little generous. Was that kind of loud? I'm sorry. And I'm gonna see how I'm feeling in 5 minutes. The nice thing about this for cardiorespiratory health at least is that these are basically sprints, low impact sprints. And the thing I'm actually watching each week, yes, the watts going up is good. Mostly I'm checking for how quickly I feel like I come back to normal. So I'll be kind of just like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to set a timer, you can tell. You can tell week to week that you're like, oh shit, I feel better really fast. All right, 4, 3, 2, yeah. I think that's sustainable for 3 more. We'll see. I'm like peaking it, going up to like 610, and then kind of finishing at like 510. It's got a little bit of a crest, but it's all right. Haven't done these in a little while. I'm gonna not stress out too much about it. All right, 15 seconds. Also, if you're tired and feel like you need a cup of coffee, you might actually just need to get warmed up and freak the fuck out of your nervous system. The hamster wheel, yes, 2, 1, and. We're gonna get sweaty. Hope you're all ready. I also haven't gotten to like do a full kick on this bike too much. Feels good. My clients have gotten to. And I've rolled around on it like this, but I also just realized none of you have seen me get like a true exercise high in here yet. I get really annoying. When I feel that good, ooh. Everybody better watch out. Ooh. See me die a little bit on the end on that one? Yeah, 5 will be plenty. And I'll stay on for 2 or 3 minutes after to fully cool out. You get a kick and your body's just like, no, we're out of glycogen, honey. I can tell my cardiorespiratory conditioning is still like, okay. Like, I'm almost to where I want to be before the next one. Arteria Pendragon. Okay, I'll add it to the to-do list. How many settlements? Is it the one farthest away? Is it in a fucking DLC? And last one. Ah. Oh yeah. That's it at that intensity. I don't know what resistance this is at. I think it's just it probably has a dial. I haven't checked yet. All I know is it fights back when you fight it, I'll say that. All right. Yeah, 5 is good today. I used to do these for 10 rounds. I wouldn't crush it quite so hard each time, but and that's the whole thing with this. It's like, you just give it what you've got. And that can be, if I'm doing 10 minutes, my first three of them, I go in pretty slow. I really pyramid up. This one I knew I could kick pretty hard at the first one, so I wasn't doing that many. So even if I died on the last one. But if you're doing 10 minutes plus, which you don't really want to do much more than for this kind of intense sprinting, you know, start out, even if that's just like right here. Even if you're just kind of moving, if that's the push you got, that's what we want. It's still a higher intensity than here. You're still doing an interval, still getting some give and take. And Mr. K, sorry, I don't know if I fully understand your question. Please elaborate for me, amigo. All right, I'm almost to 6 minutes. I'm gonna go to 7, and then I'll hop off and stretch while we find someone to raid. Because it's good to have a transition back to normal life. Oh, and I got little beads of sweat. Oh, we did it good today. That's also why I'm like, all right, I don't want to do a super heavy quad thing. I'm gonna hop on the bike after doing a bunch of like isos and pulses. That'll get you. That'll get you good. And here I'm basically just like, yeah, this is like 30 watts. We're just chilling. Also, Arteria Pendragon. I will get such good cardio on the way to help that settlement. So really, it's a win-win, right? I feel like the rest and recovery time would be hard to come by, but you know, do what we can. The settlement needs us, so we gotta go. Okay, a couple more seconds. Give yourself transitions. We're gonna stretch too. I'll do a little deep breathing after I hop off. Intentionally getting our body into like the fight or flight response. Tap into that primal fast twitch part of our bodies, you know. Woo, shaky leg. Oh yeah. And then we have to settle it back down. Otherwise we'll go back to doing like our job or chores on our body. I'll be like, am I still under attack? Okay. I'll do like an actual safe lift on this. It's just very heavy. It's just a little hard to maneuver. Maneuver. Okay. There you go. Bike. All right. Here, I'll just scroll this down, and for whatever reason, the microphone was fine. So who the fuck knows? I'm just gonna keep an eye on the ones I plugged into. You know what I'm trying to say. You know me. We don't need to use actual words. All right. Good job, everybody. Hour and 20 minutes, pretty solid with how much I talk. I'm gonna stay up on my feet for a second while I let the heart rate come down, but it's really not too bad. I know you can tell I'm kind of like mostly back to speaking normally without having to gasp, not in that like, yeah, no, we're okay, whatever, like that kind of thing will be. So it's pretty quick. I gave myself like 2 minutes on the bike to transition back, and then, so we're looking about a 5-minute recovery for feeling like pretty normal, pretty chill, occasional deep breath. Pulse is still elevated, but not crazy, not crazy. I'm gonna do a little bit of lizard, which is toe slight out because I was busy and my hip flexors are tight, but I'm not gonna over tweak them because mine tend to get a little reactive. And as anyone who's here knows, if you were here to watch my PT session, my body doesn't like having stuff forced on it, which makes sense. You know what I mean? Like some people do really well being put into like a facilitated stretch. Their bodies respond really well. I tend to just get tighter. My body goes, what are you making me do? What are you making me do? What do you mean? Most of us don't like things in general forced on us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what gets a little pingy right through here if I'm all the way down. So I'm modifying a little bit coming up because it feels really good in here and really good on this straight leg. And we'll hit the one little downward dog in between because it's good for us. Good to get inverted at least once. Although I was doing all those bear planks, so. Lovely. Lovely. I'll have to see who else is on. I know this is such a random time to stream, but this is like, what was that, AJ? I don't know if that's from me poking myself in the bum or from my lovely downward dog. Either way, thank you for the ooh, owl face. I had someone at C2E2 stop me and ask me if I was single, and I'm pretty sure they were asking everybody, but I was still like, aw. I was like, no, cutie. Funny though. Enjoy your little prank day or whatever you're doing. Swinging for the fences. Okay. I know I did a little standing forward fold, but I like a little seated forward fold too, just because it does kind of different stuff. It's one of my favorites, especially for low back, like, oh mercy. Okay. We did it. We did it. We worked out. We stretched a little bit. We got a couple minutes to do some just like chill deep breathing after I kick you all over to someone else's stream. How red did we get? Not too bad. It gets redder. It gets redder. Married dad energy. So no one, what about the other dads? Don't the other dads talk to you? Also, I'm sorry if we're gonna find out if Twitch is muted or not. It is muted. All right, who we got on? We've got Dan the Tool is on playing Dark Souls. We love Dan the Tool. Skid's also playing Retro Rewind. Haven't said hi to the Glass Cannon in a while. I usually don't, but I really like Skid. So Dark Souls or Retro Rewind, both good options. Dan the Tool just started. Glass Cannon's been on for about 40 minutes, so I'll give you all a few minutes to decide and then I'll flip a coin or something. But thank you all so much for being here. This is the A day, day one with squat emphasis. B day basically looks the same. We're just going to be doing a little more glutes and hinge stuff. You know, I had some banded glute bridges at the start here, so we're still getting that in because of the quad focus stuff I did. Glass Cannon, cool. Sounds good. I was going to say hi to Skid. Because the quad focus stuff I did got in a lot of single leg. So, you know, didn't have too much planted feet squatting, but still did plenty of other stuff. We're gonna be all right. Okay, let me get Glass Cannon queued up and then I will say goodbye. Be nice to say hi to Skid. And Retro Rewind looks really cool. It's like perfect for Skid. All right. Especially since my commands aren't working, don't worry about them today. Send me a DM if you're new and you would like to join the Discord or curious about any of the socials. There's a Patreon under QueenB3atrix with a Patreon stream on Friday. We've got my 6 years of streaming anniversary tomorrow. So join me for that. I'm gonna do something fun. Still not 100% sure what yet, but 6 years. A lot has happened in 6 years and I'm really excited to just connect and talk about it. And yeah, April Fool's Day, of course, that's very me. Here, I'll get this kicked off and then I can talk. And then of course, so we've got me tomorrow for 6 years, Friday Patreon exclusive stream with Nightstorm doing consensual backstreet gaming for me. Backseats back, all right. Consensual backseat gaming, this is what I'm talking about with the endorphins, they get really funny. Backseat gaming for Wasteland 2, helping me get through a spot where I would like everyone to not die and everyone keeps dying, very confusing and not helpful. And then Saturday at 3 p.m. EST is the Plague Pals 6-year 24-hour streamiversary. Lots of charity fundraising for Extra Life and BIPOC Support Foundation. We're gonna be playing tons of different games. A bunch of people are gonna be up all 24 hours, so please come check it out. And otherwise, I'll see you soon. Remember to warm up and cool down, kids. Love you. Thanks, everybody. Yes, I know, 6 years. I know. Well, it's your 5-year anniversary then. Okay, bye.